And there are places in the world that are not meant to be found. Places that don't appear on any map, and yet they wait, hidden in silence, as if watching, listening. Some who wander too far from familiar roads have spoken of it. A village where time seems to have stopped. No birds sing in the skies above it. No wind dares to cross its streets. And though no one lives there, lanterns glow faintly in the mist, as if waiting for someone to arrive. This is the story of one such traveler, and what he discovered when he stepped into the silent village. The traveler had been walking for hours, guided only by a fading path that twisted deeper into the woods. The forest grew strangely quiet. No rustle of leaves, no footsteps but his own. Even the air felt heavy, as though the world itself was holding its breath. Then he saw them, old lanterns lining the path. Their glass cracked, their frames rusted, yet their flames burned steadily as if untouched by time. Drawn forward, he followed their pale glow until the trees thinned, and there it was, a gate, weathered wood, tall and narrow, with symbols carved deep into its surface, symbols he could not recognize, but they seemed to watch him, shifting in the light of the lanterns. Beyond the gate lay the village, rows of wooden houses, sagging under the weight of age, windows broken, doors left ajar, and yet, lanterns flickered inside, glowing faintly as though the village had been waiting for him. The traveler stepped through the gate, and in that moment, the forest behind him went silent, completely silent. The traveler walked deeper into the village, each step echoing against the hollow streets. The houses stood in silence. Their walls leaned with age, their wooden beams splintered and rotting. Windows stared back at him like empty eyes, lifeless, but watching. Inside one house, the remains of a table still stood, covered in dust. Bowls and cups were set neatly in place, as if a family had once been sitting there and simply vanished. Another house revealed a child's toy, an old wooden doll lying on the floor, its face cracked, its arms broken. Everywhere he looked, the village seemed frozen in time, as though its people had left in an instant, abandoning everything they knew. And yet, the lanterns burned. Their faint glow flickered in the mist, casting long, shifting shadows across the walls. The traveler felt it now. This was no ordinary village. Something lingered here, something unseen, waiting. As the traveler moved deeper into the village, he felt the weight of unseen eyes upon him. He stopped. There, in the distance, one of the windows was no longer empty. A figure stood in the shadows, still, watching. The traveler called out, his voice cracking through the silence. But the figure did not move. He took a cautious step closer, and in an instant, it was gone. The window was empty once more, as if nothing had ever been there. Inside the house, the air was thick with dust. Floorboards creaked beneath his weight, and there, on a wooden desk, he found an old book, a diary. Its leather cover was cracked, its pages yellowed with age. He opened it carefully, and his eyes froze on the words written inside. The village is alive. Do not stay after midnight. The traveler's heart quickened. The shadows around him seemed to stretch longer, reaching for him, creeping across the walls. The traveler closed the diary, but the warning echoed in his mind. The village is alive. Do not stay after midnight. He felt it now. Every step, every breath, the ground itself seemed to pulse beneath his feet, as though the earth was breathing. Then came the whispers, soft at first, impossible to understand. 100 voices, speaking at once in a language older than time. The lanterns flickered violently, their flames bending as though in fear. Shadows stretched across the walls of every house, and from those shadows, figures began to emerge. Men, women, children, their faces pale, their eyes hollow. Villagers long gone, yet still here. They did not speak. They only stood, surrounding him in silence, their gazes heavy, their presence suffocating. The traveler's chest tightened. The air grew colder, sharper, until every breath stung his lungs. He knew now the village was not abandoned. It was waiting, watching, and it had found him. The traveler stumbled backward, his heart racing, as the silent villagers closed in, their eyes, dark, empty voids, fixed on him. The whispers grew louder. The ground trembled beneath his feet. The lanterns flared, their flames stretching tall, casting monstrous shadows across the streets. And then, the first figure moved, slow, deliberate, reaching for him. The traveler turned and ran, through the twisting alleys, past broken houses, past the lanterns that seemed to burn brighter, hotter with every step. The village itself groaned, walls bending, doors slamming shut, as though the streets were trying to trap him. He saw the gate, just ahead. The whispers rose to screams. The ground split beneath him, but he did not stop. With a final desperate leap, he crossed the wooden gate, and silence fell. He turned back. The gate was gone. The village was gone. Only the forest remained, mist curling through the trees, as though nothing had ever been there at all. The traveler never spoke of the village again, but some say he was never truly free. For in the dead of night, when the world is quiet, he still hears the whispers calling him back. And if you ever find yourself wandering too far from the road and see lanterns glowing in the mist, turn back, because once the silent village finds you, it never lets you go.